Parliament today, our owlish opinion is about confronting our changing looks, life beyond wrinkles. These are not wrinkles, they say. These are surviving lines of our life. I don't agree with that because I don't think I've always just been surviving. I'm just getting old. Old age does come standard with wrinkles and gray hair, they say. One morning you get up and there are these lines around your eyes and mouth. It does affect our appearance. It does affect our appearance. Our facial, they say, our volume loses something. Everything goes south, including our boobs. We look tired. We look angry.
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes, I think they say. But don't panic because we believe in maintaining our youthful glow. We can use social media filters that swipe away the wrinkles or drink from the fountain of youth, they say. Is that dating younger guys? Stretch marks we talk about, cellulite, pigmentations, and all these are insecurities that we have to work on. Our sense of beauty has been so dependent on our external sources rather than our internal experiences. You and I have equally discussed our looks that have changed. We often look at our pics as well. I know you showed me one the other day and I'm like, oh, look at your thin jawline. And I guess it's made us start obsessing about our looks now. I'm sometimes called superficial by friends.
You are a lot.
I am superficial?
No, you are a lot.
I am a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
I'm a lot of grey hair. I'm a lot of drama. I'm a lot of yes. So I know that getting older and being over 50 is not for the faint-hearted. It's always about a plumpier skin. Every time I look for something, it's about a youthful glow or a serum that's going to make my skin plumpier. I know that I'm obsessed. Are you?
Obsessed? Katie, as I say, you are a lot. So look, I'm aware.
You say it so graciously.
I'm aware, So I'm aware that I'm getting older. I don't know about obsessed, but I have noticed. I mean, I think as a woman, I have probably been obsessed for as long as I've known myself about my looks, how I, the weight, all of these kind of things. But maybe a couple of years back, probably just before or maybe shortly into my 40s, I have started looking at things a bit differently and thinking, things are changing. Maybe you need a few enhancements.
Does it make us superficial, though?
No. I'm not superficial.
Because I think even 30-year-old girls have a lot of wrinkles under their eyes. But what's happening to me, I think, is that I'm looking at other women and I'm looking at their wrinkles. And, some of them, it doesn't bother some of them, of course. I have a sister that it doesn't bother and I keep bringing it out and she gets upset with me. But I know I'm becoming aware of maybe my not minding my own business as well. So I think my obsession is becoming a little bit scary.
I don't know.
I don't do it to anybody, but I do it to people around me. I have told you that you have a little bit too wrinkles, that you and I both need help.
Little crow's eyes. But you must remember that's from laughing because we're friendly people. We laugh. It creates a bit of crow feet.
I beg to differ on that, right? Because if you look at our grandmothers and our mothers and great-grandmothers, and they have had all these laugh lines that you say, but I don't think they had much to laugh about. They've had.
You think they were?
I think they've had. Well, I know talking from
life was hard.
Their life was hard. So let's not talk. And when people say these are my lifelines,
I'm not saying that though.
No, I know that. Like, oh no, these. And I'm like, I look at my grandmother and my great grandmother and my mom, and I'm like, they've had really tough lives. So I don't think it has anything to do with
laughing. So listen. So each to their own. If people, I actually agree with you. So. No, I'm not okay with it. I am definitely going to look the best I can and the best I can afford to look financially for the rest of my life. So no, and I don't believe we're superficial at all. I think we do love looking at ourselves in the mirror and not look angry and not look kind of way down and all of that. So people might call us superficial. I haven't not really been called superficial that much. Maybe once or twice. I know you've posted or you sent me some stuff. Look at what these people are saying about me.
I think they might have thought I was Supergirl. They made a mistake.
Exactly. To me, you are. But I think what you and I agree on is that we will do whatever it takes that makes us feel good. And if that doesn't work for somebody else, that's okay too.
Even though it's an external source.
It's
and I
fine.
think that's where we are. However, I always think to myself is that what would I tell my 20-year-old self? What beauty secret would I tell my 20-year-old self? And I know, do not overpluck my eyebrows. Nobody's told that, because when I was a teenager in the 80s, it was just always the thin eyebrows. Of course, so were you. But yours grew back. But
to the point now that they tell me they're too thick.
Yes, yours grew back. Mine has not. I would have told myself to drink more water.
Sunscreen.
Absolutely.
That's the one thing I would have told myself, because I have always been an outdoorsy kind of person. You know that about me. I climb mountains. I mean, I'm going to Everest next year. I've come back from Kili. But before that, I never used to use sunscreen in my younger years.
It's because, again, people of color never thought we needed sunscreen.
Because they said you don't need it.
Yeah, because they said, of course, they said we don't need it. So we were roasting in the sun. Yeah. I mean, like really kind of roasting in the sun.
I don't know for what though, because we didn't need. We didn't need tanning.
But this is another conversation. Yeah, we didn't need tanning. But this is another conversation that we should have on another topic, where I know that I grew up in a society, again, where they didn't want us in the sun because they were going to get too dark. And I'm like, how much darker am I going to get? Well, maybe navy blue, they probably thought. But they did. It's like you tell your family you're going to the beach. They were like, there was no sunscreen, of course. They would say, but, go under the umbrella. Don't, because you're going to get too dark. But nobody told us that being under the sun is going to be the cause of our pigmentation that we are suffering with at this
Both
time.
of us now.
Exactly.
So
thank God we have, people like Fatima Baba and Zaida who literally sends us messages to say, when are you coming to see us? Because
Fatima is the worst. Sorry, Doc. She will look at you on Instagram and she'll call you or excuse me, you look very pretty, but you need to come see me.
I know. And she says, I think you need a little bit more lips there. So so we do.
Or listen, there's a little bit of your mouth is sagging a little bit on the side. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
She does it. Again, I love it though.
Look, I must say it is a privilege. It's a privilege as we get older. And I think, I look at it as I don't drink. I don't eat at Michelin star restaurants. So I could really take my money and invest it in an outsource, which is my skin.
Outsource your body parts? That sounds a bit like outsource your body parts.
No, I mean, like, it's an outsource, like as in a skin. But also, I would also have told myself not to forget our neck and our décolletage. What do you say?
Décolletage.
Décollage. That thing. Because they associate us with turkeys. I mean, that is
turkey neck. It's called turkey neck.
Turkey neck. Yeah. How dare anyone say that I might have a turkey neck? Look, I'm saying these are where our insecurities do stem from. And again, our family would say to us not to go to the beach because they don't want you to be dark. Not that you might have pigmentation in your own.
Or wrinkles.
And that is what. Exactly.
Or wrinkles, yeah.
So as much as the sun is good for you, it's kind of not really good for you. So I think what has infuriated me is that we now look at it, privileged as we are when we talk about our skin. Everything is about anti-aging. Why is thing not about pro-aging?
So that word, even if you look at my social media profiles, it says they're pro-aging. Now people look at that and say, but you're pro-aging, but you're still doing all these things. But pro-aging, it depends on how you see that. For me, pro-aging doesn't mean I need to sit there and just let things happen. I do have ways and means of enhancing and making things look the way I prefer them to look. It's a choice, right? But what really bothers me is like, even when you look at cosmetic companies, brands, anti-aging this, anti-aging that. It's such a negative on aging.
So there are issues of beauty standards.
Yeah.
Because the beauty
And
standard...
it's endorsed.
Yes, the beauty industry creates an unrealistic standard. So we keep comparing ourselves. I mean, we do have Photoshop, but we don't walk around with Photoshop. But we have this feeling of inadequacy, I feel. So they say that 7 billion is spent on cosmetics every year. I think I spent
huge
$1 billion.
Money. You did. Katie.
You saw my makeup
You
thing.
spend a lot.
I know. But I also don't hoard. I give it away. When I think somebody needs something, I give it away. So media negatively affects women and the perception of beauty, and it does manipulate us.
Yeah. Although I do believe there's a tendency or a leniency or leaning towards more pro-aging when it comes to brands.
I think
brands are embracing it more now.
And I think they're becoming more conscious.
Yes, they're becoming more conscious. Yes. And because you are starting to see older women, Katie, mature women being used in beauty brands and their products, in the ads. It's starting to come through more.
Look, I have seen brands, but again, I say brands do manipulate us.
No, they do.
So they might change their words, but I still feel that we need to look young.
Katie, when you pull your face like that, you have wrinkles.
Okay.
Just do this.
Okay, that's what you have to do. So which means that if we think about it, I still have insecurities about my dark rings under my eyes. What gives me a hoot is really about people saying, but you look so tired.
That happens to me all the time. I have them as well. Obviously, we beautifully make, we have all our makeup on now, but when I take it all off, there's dark circles, there are wrinkles, there's pigmentation, there's all of that. So that all comes with insecurities. And as you said earlier, we are fortunate to be able to go and kind of fix some of these things.
So
what makes you insecure?
No, but it's because people feel they have the right that they can tell us that have you tried this cream? Have you tried that?
I've tried everything under the sun.
And then I think to myself is, look at me. Do you not think I would have tried everything that I just like walking around with dark circles under eyes? And of course they'll say it's bags, and then we were like, okay, fine, we have Gucci bags and stuff under our eyes, but it's when you look at the whole thing about us and our insecurities. Again, women of color have dark circles under their eyes. Caucasian women have wrinkles. So we all are equally challenged.
Absolutely.
I personally don't know women, or maybe I know a few women that don't have dark circle problems. But I know that even Kim Kardashian has dark circle problems. And we all cover it. It's called concealer, and why not? Yes, one day I would like to step out of my house
and just look.
Well, this is me. But I don't think that's probably the day they're going to be taking me out in a coffin. But
I'm going to wear makeup.
Oh, yes.
I'm putting it in my will. You put makeup on my face before you put me in that coffin. I am not going out there like that.
Because there's nothing we can do. So yes.
Sorry. Same thing with the pigmentation. You mentioned women of color with dark circles. The same applies for pigmentation. It is more something that we experience. And it's not just about exposure to the sun. It's also hormonal because of pregnancies and all of that. I think when I first really struggled with pigmentation was actually after I had my first pregnancy. And then after the second one, even more and more. So it really is hormonal, and it's something that we have to live with and learn to live with. But definitely if we can do something about it, why not?
Again, they talk about all these things. Sometimes, how would we know this if we don't look at ourselves in the mirror every day? Because people say, I think you look at yourself in the mirror too much. And I'm like, how would I know? Because if I get up into the bathroom, put on my moisturizer and step out of the house, I wouldn't know that I have dark rings and wrinkles and pigmentation. But I know that it is important to also understand that not everybody can afford to do that. There are also home remedies that people do use.
Katie, but on that, there are also people who choose, and I think at the end of the day, what is good for one person is not good for the other person, and we have choice. So if you and I decide that we want to use concealer and we want to use a foundation and all of that, I remember my sister who has now passed, she was not really big on makeup, and she would be happy to, she was older than me. And for her, that's what she was okay with. And she had, freckles and all of that. And she was okay with that. Now, I think we also just have to allow people to be who they want to be and choose to be.
True.
But you and I can choose who we want to be.
Exactly. I had an aunt who's also passed on. And my mom, she was, of course, younger than my mom. And she said she was obsessed. I think that's where I got mine from. She was taking Salusa 45, I think, at 30 years old. And I only knew about Salusa 45 because, she was taken. And she was always the person at the clearance counter buying eye cream and that. And my mom would why are you buying all of this? Because my mother it's like a waste of money. And then my aunt would joke and say, well, I want the worms to enjoy me.
I like that.
And she's like, the worms will just enjoy me. And I just always remember her for that. So I think for me, it was also about, trying to, for myself. And I think when you look at it, it's really about what's for her. I mean, she died, when she was 52, but really she did it for herself. But in saying all of this, a lot of the times people often say that, other people don't see it or a man doesn't see it. And I keep having to convince people that I'm not doing this for them. Exactly. I am doing it for myself. And of course, we do wear makeup to cover it up. I do enjoy wearing my makeup to cover it up. But in saying that, I also had someone that was close to me that said to someone else,
oh, I like that.
that, do you know that she doesn't look like that in real life?
But we don't.
And I'm like, but why would I want to look my normal self with makeup? But so it also comes back to how women judge each other. So they judge each other for not covering their pigmentation and dark circles and perhaps not using the right eye cream. They judge each other for putting on too much makeup. So it seems as though we actually don't win.
We will never win. And I believe that, or the perception is that women are actually we as women are actually harder on each other or more critical of each other than men are actually of us. Do you agree with that?
Yes, that's what. Yes, exactly. But if you look at men when they age, they just we look at them with their beautiful salt and pepper hair and their wrinkles, and we just are so attracted to them. We are that Marlboro man, that we were so attracted to. But taking away from just the wrinkles and our turkey necks, there's the boobs that go down.
Oh, the one that
goes down to the waist, because everything goes south. Right. And I have, full disclosure, had breast augmentation in 2006. And I think my boobs forgot that it went under surgery.
Is it going back there?
Absolutely.
Okay, you can come with me because I'm going soon. I'm definitely doing this.
Okay, so you and I are doing it, but we can't do it together because one of us needs to take care of the other.
No, come on, Katie. When did you do yours? That
I told you 100 years ago.
Katie, things have changed.
Okay, have they changed?
Listen, I have done my research. When you went, how long did you stay in hospital for?
Yeah, a couple of days.
And you came out with bandages and mercurochrome
and things, and I had to wear a specific bra
for 5 weeks when you couldn't drive for a month.
Yeah, and hug people.
It doesn't work like that anymore.
Oh, has it changed?
You go in, you have the procedure.
You are serious about this?
No, I'm going. I have been talking about this for a long time. I am now on I'm not even going to say my bra size right now, but for me, I have a vision.
Is it
and
past
the vision
D?
is, yes.
Okay.
Let's not speak. Certain things are just for the bedroom. Please don't. But here's what is important, Katie.
Yes.
What I have is a vision.
So do you not get your bra from Bras and Things?
No.
Do you get them specially made?
No, you have to go to the fittings.
Okay.
The specialized fittings where you have a little room at the back there in Rosebank somewhere nobody sees where you go.
So your lingerie is not
No,
happening at the moment. Okay.
No, Katie. You see, you behind. There's a lot has changed.
Ah.
You get beautiful things, but you're missing the point. The point I'm telling to you that I have a vision, and the vision is
To have a waist.
Zanzibar. What? Listen to me. I love Zanzibar, right?
Yes.
Zanzibar, or maybe I'll go somewhere else for this one. But those beaches, those soft, powdery beaches.
Yes.
I want to see myself lying there with this little beautiful.
Little bra up there.
Yeah,
up there.
not a sarong.
Okay. Well, let me tell you something. I am going to Cancun in a couple of weeks. And that's the one thing, because I know Matthew Jones, my dear friend, said to me, but you've got about 7 days to fix it. And I'm like, how do I fix
No, not 7 days. So here's the thing. You go 7 days. So now I'm telling you about the new look.
Okay, so it's much easier. So we're going to follow you on social media through your
quickly, yeah.
journey.
Oh, yeah. Let's not say it now. Let's leave it. Stay tuned. Watch the space. We'll divulge it all.
So we've started with our faces, which is a problem. Then we know that our boobs is a problem, and again, it is all a privilege that we're talking about, really. And I think we kind of come through our lives. We worked and we want to fix things. Other people don't think that there's an issue. We clearly have. So now we're going down to our potential six-pack. I mean, we look at the Kardashians. We look at how they have just made that waist look just so sexy. And I realized that that's why I love Cher so much, is because she took out a rib. So I've often asked my doctor friends if they could take a rib out, and they looked at me with horror. It's the only way you could have that small waist. So we literally start from the top. We have our gray hair. We have our wrinkles that we need to sort out. Then we have our turkey necks. Then we have our boobs that we have to get done. We have now our waist that we can't go to gym anymore because our knees hurt so much. It's a lot.
Gosh. I'm not taking out no ribs. There's a boundary here.
Okay.
No ribs for me.
I'm a little bit to the ribs.
You can take out your rib. I'm not taking out no ribs.
Okay.
I will exercise. I will do my boobies. Beautiful.
Perky.
Like a perky seeker. For me, the goal is that you don't want to have a pencil get stuck there. If you put a pencil, it must fall to the floor.
Okay.
That's my goal.
Right.
And then when it comes to the waist, I'm going to train. And I know a woman's waist should not be larger than, for health reasons.
Okay.
This is not vanity.
Yes.
For health reasons and for the health of your organs, a woman's waist should not exceed, 80 centimeters?
84 centimeters.
80, Katie.
80. Can you just give us 84? We 50 plus.
80.
Okay.
80.
I don't know.
So I will just eat properly.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into that nice healthy lifestyle. I'll do all of that stuff. You see, I can't diet my boobs away. And I'm not doing, when I say diet, I'm not a fad diet kind of person. I'm talking about
serial dieter.
No, healthy eating, balanced meals, all of that stuff. I'm not going to promote stay hungry for the whole day kind of stuff. So I'm a kind of grazer, eat 6 meals a day, little pieces, good food, all of that. And then the waist
That's a lot of admin. Can't I just take a fat burner?
Katie, you and I are 2 pods. No, not 2 pods.
2 peas in a pod.
2 peas in a podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. So you do the fat burner, all of that kind of stuff. You speak about to our doc about that. And she's asked me, and I said to her, I'm gonna train. I have to start training for Everest. Base camp. Don't tell people I'm going to Everest. Base camp. Okay?
We can't wait for that.
So
I know you're trying to convince me to go. I don't think I'm fit enough.
So I think I'm going to do that when it comes to the waist. You can take out ribs, my friend.
Well, it goes back to that. It is. I think vanity is really a personal thing.
Yeah.
So if we get up and you want to be vain about certain things, I think it's also okay. And yes, people will come at us because there are other serious issues in life. And I think, and I believe that I want to look good and also feel good.
Absolutely.
And for me, the look good, feel good, in order to feel good, you look good theory is very important to me.
And there's a lesson or something we need to take away from this one, not just us, but hopefully all of us, is that people will talk anyway. And if you and I decide tomorrow to become nuns, people will talk about that too. So just be you. Let us just do our thing.
That was a very insightful conversation.
I'm an owl, a tawny owl.
There is no absolute standard of beauty. You are your own standard of beauty.